a huge fan of Fallout. I promoted a couple of them when they first came out, so I know this world very well. So I do want to ask, when it comes to an IP like this that is beloved, and also when you have a story and characters like this that go in so many directions, I mean, you could go off onto a tangent in just one of the games themselves.
Yeah.
So what was it you really wanted to capture when it came to the heart of Fallout? And I guess we'll start with Graham.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think you hit it right on the head there. Is sort of the side quests of it all, the digressions. I think it might be why Todd Howard initially thought of Fallout as a TV show, not as a movie, because these digressions are such an integral part of the experience of playing the games. Like I know all their games, there's a road in front of me. I don't go down the road. I go up the hill and try to tell the story backwards just because I
Right.
like running around and doing it all out of sequence. And I feel like, 8 episodes was incredibly, it's a tight eight. And we still made time in that tight eight to make sure there were digressions from the A plot, because to us that's just such an important part of the games, and that you may have a missing family member, but yeah, what about this over here? It's sort of the fun of it.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Spend the whole time killing mutant cockroaches and getting more experience and power along the way if
Or
you
just
wanted
looking
to.
around
But
for
yeah,
adhesive. If you're me, I can never find that adhesive.
right.
Yeah.
Janine, how about you? What was it about this story? Someone who's no stranger to kind of taking IPs and kind of molding them into something a little more palatable, maybe for everybody, but also kind of rolling out the floor for everyone to kind of enjoy this new world too.
No, it's a great question. I think Graham, hit the nail on the head with the side quests, because that's some of my favorite stuff in the season. To be honest, is not when the character is 100% focused on sort of their season goal, but is has something else that for one reason or another they urgently need to attend to is to me the most fun. But I think what makes Fallout the many games of Fallout so special are their mix of humor and drama and moral dilemma. And I hope that that's something we brought faithfully to the screen, because I think it wouldn't be Fallout if it didn't have those elements.
Right. I do have to ask though, as the fact that this isn't based upon any game specifically, but there's a lot of things you can pull from. Did you leave some games out? Like, we don't want to pull from that game. We want to leave those for possible next seasons or different things like that too. Or did you just open up the whole bowl that was Fallout and say we'll take candy from wherever we want?
Yeah, we just looked at like all the, aside from the endings to the games, of which there are many for each, we look at the primary events of the games as all having had happened. And this is now a new installation. So while we didn't kind of, go through every event and say like reference every little thing, that was our approach. We just sort of said like, okay, this is in a world in which this has happened, this has happened, this has happened, and these things exist. We didn't rationalize every little thing away, but definitely there are elements from every single game in there. I keep thinking that, there's this question people have of like, well, which iteration of the Brotherhood of Steel are you guys going to portray? And in my mind, they both exist. Maximus wants to be in the Brotherhood of Steel of Paladin Dance and Fallout 4, but he's in the Brotherhood of Steel of Fallout 1. These guys, they're not great dudes, and I think that both can exist. Yeah.
I think the fans will, probably understand the fact that, like, when you're picking and choosing from, 25 years of incredible creativity in all of these games, like, it's both exciting and a total pleasure to be able to, like, pull things that you're excited to play with and bring to the screen. But it's also painful because there's, you can't do justice to every great idea in a single season. So you're just hoping that, you get future seasons and that the fans will stick with it. And that, if we're lucky enough to get a second season, because there's so much more that we want to do.
Very cool, and I hope so too. Especially someone for here in New Vegas. I understand, and I hope for a lot more out there too. So I thank you much. I could talk to you a lot about this for sure and get into so many different things, but I think this is good for now. Have a great day. Be good.
Thanks. You too.
Lovely to meet you. Thank you.